Good evening and welcome to another edition of your favorite sports program, Sports Wrap. My name, of course, is Ozzy Lewis, and I'm glad to be back for the second time running after a hiatus for about, I think it's 14 weeks. I missed 14 programs really. And just to get it feel correct, when you add the 14 to what I had before, and this one, I make it by my simple mathematics, number 471. Post-rap edition number 471, including the 14-week break where Dr. Sebastian continued so ably with the other gentlemen. Of course, last week, you remember I said that we had just reached the milestone of 10 years, a decade for sports rap, and it would deserve to be celebrated. But I guess when we make 20, we'll have the time to celebrate it. With me in the studio, well, not in the studio, but in the respective locales, is Dr. Thompson Fontaine and Mr. Christopher Loblack, Emmanuel Christopher Loblack Jr. That
Yeah,
correct?
yes, Ozzy, there's something I have to say. I have to tell you right now.
Yes.
It's before the program. It has to do with Sebastian. That last week, having a confab with Sebastian, I call he said that he informed your household that he would be out of state, and you said on the radio that it has been alleged. It was alleged. All right, I think that should be clarified. That needs some clear up on the station, because it's not. He said he informed that he would be out of state, but you said that it alleged.
Look, I'm not going to go into that.
Right.
I don't think his sports program is the place for that. What do you think, Dr. Thompson Fontaine?
Well, let me just say very good night to you, Ozzy, and to your many listeners. It's good to be back again on the Sports Rap show. And Emmanuel Loblack, good night as well. And to the
Good
many
night, brother.
listeners. Yeah, it's always an exciting time to be on Sports Rap, and certainly looking forward to having a wonderful, wonderful program tonight.
Yeah. But what you heard Mr. Loblack come with an interjection there. What do you think of that?
Well, I say let's get on with the show. I
show. I don't want to comment. I don't want to comment on anything off show on the show.
Yes.
I could comment. I could let you know, but I don't see any. I see no cause at all for any exception taken by Sebastian. And when you allege something, when you cannot prove it, unless you get a person tells you directly something, what you're hearing is hearsay. You're not sure.
But he said that he informed your wife that he's
out
of state.
I am not my wife.
But
right?
it's your wife.
Yes. And anyway,
if you're not present, if you're not present, a call came in, and she has to. Hosdy, a call came in from Sebastian that be out of state. That is possible.
Okay, don't you think Sebastian, knowing I was coming on that day, who have told me earlier that he's not earlier than 5:30?
But you know what? He had other things to deal with. What other things to deal with as he had to travel?
Yeah. Okay. Well, I think if you allege something, that means you cannot say for sure because you weren't told directly. That's all it meant. Okay? Means nothing else but that. Right. Anyhow, I find that a very small matter, in my opinion. Very much. People allege things all the time. Right? Okay? There's no insinuation of anything. which he might have insinuated. There's no insinuation of anything, right?
Well, I don't know. Well, it's he.
Yeah. But don't you think Sebastian, knowing I'm coming back, last week, should have told me before that he's going out of state?
But remember,
before
what is
5.
Gentlemen, can we move on to the
Exactly.
program?
Let's move on.
Not there to
Yeah, but
defend himself.
you're the one bringing it up.
Yeah, but Ozzy, all I'm saying is this: what he went for, but I know he was very busy.
I know, but I'm not to know that.
I'm not telling you that. When I got to know he was out of state, I asked, he was very busy, so I can understand that.
Well, you understand it after the fact.
Yeah, but if it
Right.
is that, he informed your household. Let's move on.
At what time?
I don't know. I don't know.
Okay, you see, the only time.
The only time.
I kept calling from 4 o'clock, Sebastian's number, to 5:30. I could get an answer. I had no idea.
But this is when you have to travel, Ozzy, so many things happening.
Okay. And then my wife told me, so we were about to leave to come to the studios, right? So, all right. Anyhow, so that's it. Is anything else, Lobby, you want to say?
Well, already, we heard about this disturbing news with the 7 Americans that were, that were embarrassed, Ozzy. How you look at that?
Well, I mean, it's very unfortunate, but very unfortunate. Yeah, yes. I like to use euphemisms, Unfortunate. I won't say that.
Okay? Ozzy, can you imagine you land in a place, you go for the protocol, you do not stow away, and while at your home, in a hotel, in a breakfast, you've seen policemen, at you, let's go, like a common criminal.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Again, very unfortunate.
I worry that the state may have to pay for this, that they may sue the state and taxpayers may have to
I guess there's a recourse to other avenues, Lobby, because of that issue. I guess so.
No, but it is a serious issue.
Oh yes, it is. Yes.
I mean, I say, look, man, look. Yeah. When I heard this thing, I saying that is total madness, man. There's a level of madness in this country. Mm-hmm. I mean, I said the man had been coming in for 2003. That's 21, almost 22 years, 21, 23 years. He has been coming, and what he did for Maria, he helped this country is ridiculous. Mm-hmm. And it's the way the man was taken, funking like a real common criminal.
Yeah, no, I mean, this is, and he says, I listened to his interview, and he says that he has not received an apology as yet from the government. I think he deserves an apology, and hopefully,
at least that. At least that.
Yeah.
No, but look, just imagine
I think that would be a minimum. An apology.
The sitting lawyer, his son, the sitting judge, his son was terrified to have that experience.
Mm. But it's really unfortunate. I mean, this police has a history of arresting people for doing nothing.
Well, I mean, you are one of the victims of that.
I've suffered a similar fate, for doing absolutely nothing. You get arrested. It's ridiculous. We're not in a police state, but it appears as if we are. And the police have to come better than this. They absolutely.
We'll see how this one
to the country. It's
we'll see how this issue pans out. What happens, We'll see what happens with this issue. Okay, where it ends up.
No, but this is self. I took it. Fontaine and Ozzy very serious. It's disturbing. That is to have a man as a common criminal. A man come on a vacation to this beautiful country. Yeah. You're promoting tourism.
Yeah.
And that's the sort of horrific treatment,
Okay. Well, guys, I would say cricket is dominating the sporting scene. There's a plethora of cricket matches taking place.
Well, football too.
Yes, but you have the IPL in full swing. Well, it's about a week old. And you have some serious, I would say, carnage taking place in the batting in the IPL.
Oh,
I call it carnage. This fella Klaassen. What's his name? Klaassen, yes.
But
Klaassen from South Africa.
But
Henrik Klaassen. This man is probably the most destructive hitter. I wouldn't say batsman or batter. I'll call him a hitter. But boy, I think it's very difficult for anybody to rival this guy now for the destructive ability to tear attacks. What do you think, Fontaine?
Yeah, I tend to agree, and in fact, I think given him and and Fav and so on, I believe that South Africa has a really good shot at winning this World Cup, either West Indies or South Africa, because in terms of just the ability of him and Makram, Fav, they have some real hard hitters there.
Yeah, explosive
as well. Brevis, they have a young player.
Brevis,
yes. 21-year-old. You saw him bat. He opened the batting, and this guy is one of the. They say he's a phenom. Yeah. He's one of those that we're going to hear a lot about.
One thing I find great. A lot of
South Africa seems to have a great team for the World Cup, and it will be a great matchup. South Africa against West Indies.
What is it, gentlemen?
Yes, go ahead, Lobby.
Yes, as Fontaine talking about West Indies. Gentlemen, my fear, all right, gentlemen, is our bowling. We can score 1,000 runs, Fontaine, but we can't defend. All right, bowling, you have to be able to, for you to win. The bowling is what I've seen over the years. It is not consistent. I don't know if you agree with me.
Well,
yes, I agree. I tend to agree. I think we can do better. For example, our ace bowler, and we've seen him in 2 games there in the IPL.
That is 4 overs. But that is 4 overs. You have 16. Remember again, you have 20 overs. He bowls 4 overs. You have another 16 overs again.
Yeah,
all right?
yeah.
People have to be consistent. You have to be consistent.
I think we're missing a good leg spinner. Well, this left arm spinner that we have in West
Trinidad.
Yes, from Trinidad, Hossein.
Hossein.
Yeah. That's the best we have. But
I agree.
Our bowling is going to be a problem. But I like the fact that Ross seems to be in great form. Dre Ross seems to be in excellent form. Watching him bat there in the IPL. I've not yet seen Rovman Powell. He's not been given the chances yet. But Shea Hope seems to be in some form as well.
Shea Hope.
Pooran is in some form. So the batsmen, even Shepherd, I saw Shepherd in an innings there, did very, very well. So I think our batsmen, as you said, the bowling is probably where we have to be concerned.
It's not probably, no. Let's go back. We can go back at the number of games we have played, gentlemen, and you can look at how we are bowling. Let's say, look, we're giving away a lot of runs. For example, look at Alzari. For the length of time he's been playing, he's too expensive. He's very expensive.
Yeah. Anyhow, we'll leave the cricket for later down this program. Let's just look at what we're going to look at. We're looking at tennis. I've been watching the
Miami Open.
The Miami Open.
Yeah.
ATP Masters 1000, Miami Open.
Yeah.
What do you think of Yannick Sinner?
Well, as I said,
he has played, I think, on the last 42 matches. He's only lost twice, since Wimbledon last year. Out of 44, he has had 42 victories. This man is in a purple patch right now.
Yes, he is. He seems to be unstoppable and unbeatable.
Although you're still beaten in the finals by Alcaraz.
Alcaraz beat him recently.
Yes, in
Wales.
Just last week.
Last week, right.
Alcaraz is only 20 years old, and Sinner is only 20,
20,
and these players mature at their peak when they're about 25, 26. These guys have a lot of road to move on and a lot of things to conquer. This guy's going to be.
But he's in the semi-finals tomorrow.
Right.
Against Medvedev.
Medvedev, yeah.
Yes.
Medvedev, man, it's very difficult to beat Medvedev. In my opinion, he's a complete player.
But what I find
a good man to beat Medvedev on any given day,
What I find with Medvedev, Ozzy, you look at what Sinner does. Sinner, he's very aggressive. That's how he beat Djokovic, He took the game. He never gave Djokovic a chance. He was very explosive, hitting that ball. His returns were just something else. A lot of speed, and he's very fit.
But
So who is
Djokovic has not been doing very well himself. Huh?
No,
I mean,
he-
you know,
he's not taking
Indian
part?
Wells,
He's
he
not taking
was
part in
between
this.
in the first in the round of 16, and this time again, he doesn't seem to be doing well at all. What's
Was
going on?
Djokovic in the Miami Open? I didn't hear him in that. Miami
No, he wasn't
Open.
there. To me, he wasn't there.
No, he wasn't there. He wasn't in that.
No, I'm talking about Indian Wells. I
Indian
said
Wells,
Indian
Wells,
Wells.
yes,
Yeah,
yes,
he was
yes.
knocked out in the
Well,
first round.
Djokovic is man for the big day, the big matches, man. Storm Fontaine, you know that, man.
But Ozzy,
Big matches.
let me tell you something. You talk about big matches. The way these young guys have been playing right now, it's going to be difficult for him down in these big matches because these guys are gaining experience.
Yeah.
They're building their confidence because besides Alcaraz, Sinner, there are other youngsters, coming up, Youngsters, I look at, it's going to be, they're good players.
Yeah, Machak is another one to look for as well.
Yeah.
I
Who's
don't
that?
know if you saw Machak play. Machak.
Oh, Machak
Prune.
of Czechoslovakia somewhere there.
Yes.
Yes. You have
Prune.
Machak. You have guy from Hungary. I think he's in the
Hungary.
semifinals.
Mhm.
There's a fellow from Chile called Jari. He lost last
Jari,
night.
yeah.
Who beat him last night? Medvedev.
Melibet beat him, but he beat
And
Rod.
Nicholas Jari.
Yeah.
He was quite good
No,
too.
actually, Jari won against Rod last night.
Yes, Casper Rudd, yes. I
Yes,
think
yes.
Casper Rudd has sort of declined a bit in terms of his
Yeah, I
ranking.
find the way he started the last 2 years ago.
Yes,
he was,
just
you know,
last year
yeah.
he was in the finals at the French Open,
Yeah.
challenging the great Nadal. But to me,
Sometimes Ozzy, sometimes you see
right now,
Ozzy.
he has slid down the ladder. my
What has
opinion.
happened to some of these players, gentlemen, is, let's face it, it's an individual sport. That is your job. Injury-wise, in terms of recovery, it is so you don't know what injury that they are carrying or injuries.
Mhm.
So you have to go and play. In terms of your whole ranking, even if you're too long away, your ranking drop. So all these things,
But
taking
the top
place,
10, very interesting, Lobby. Top 10, as I said, anybody can beat anybody else on the given day,
Yeah. On the women's
So
side
for the
now,
men, so just to compare that on the men, so Alcaraz is playing Dimitrov tomorrow in
right?
the quarterfinals.
Yes.
Medvedev is through against
No,
Sinner
Zverev has to play a
in the
quarterfinal
semifinals.
to get in
No,
the semis.
Medvedev is playing against Sinner in the semifinals, but
Okay,
the final
right.
quarterfinals is going to be
Medvedev playing
Alcaraz
Sinner,
and
yes.
Dimitrov. Yeah.
But who is Zverev, the German playing? He has to play the quarterfinals today. So he could.
Yes, he beat Maruzan 6
Oh,
yes,
yes.
in the quarterfinals. Yeah. So he has qualified to go to the semifinals, and he will take on the winner of the Alcaraz Dimitrov contest
Yeah.
tomorrow.
So who's into the final four thus far?
So thus far we have Medvedev and Sinner,
That's two.
as well as Zverev. So we're waiting
Three.
for the matchup between Alcaraz and Dimitrov tomorrow.
So
the other
one more spot to fill.
The four, yeah.
And Alcaraz will be playing whom you said?
Alcaraz will be playing against Dimitrov.
Dimitrov.
Boy,
That's at
Dimitrov
1
seems to be in a form,
Yeah, what?
Yes.
He's a
Dimitrov has a
dangerous
very
player.
experienced guy. He's from Bulgaria. He's in a terrific form as well.
Yes.
He's a, look,
but
he's a,
I think Sinner is well placed, but he has to get through Medvedev first.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Medvedev is a stonewall.
Yes.
This guy. Oh yes. This guy is very tough now. As Robbie said, even Novak will find it difficult now to win more Grand Slams.
Because you see, he is not playing these big tournaments.
ATP Masters.
Right, you see, and he's waiting for the Grand Slams.
Yeah. I think he should play these other ATP Masters tournaments. I think he should play it still.
I think he has parted with his long-time coach.
Is that right?
I think so. But that could be some raises some concern also. On the women's side, Ozzy, the women's side.
Women wide open.
Yeah. What?
Yeah, the women interesting.
I said it is wide open in the semifinals. Rabakina defeated Azarenka
Yeah,
in a free set thriller. I don't know if you saw that,
No,
Emmanuel.
I
You
didn't
saw that?
see
yeah, I
that.
saw that. Yeah, I saw that. Azarenka, she's a joker, man.
Azarenka is fairly mature now. She's in her 30s, right?
But
Azarenka.
it's consistency with her.
She's been around for some time, Azarenka.
Yeah, but
What about the what is his
Swiatek,
name? What is his name?
Sabalenka.
Sabalenka. She's a force to reckon with.
Yeah.
Wait, but I don't think she was there.
I don't know. No, she wasn't. I don't think she was in this,
She
in
was
this
not.
tournament.
No. She
I
has
haven't
not
been
been
following the
in this.
women's side that much. I've been concentrating on the men's
So
side.
the other women we have, the one who in the quarterfinals is Alexandrova. She beat Pegula in 3 sets.
Yes, Pegula, I think, is an American. I think so.
So
Yeah.
she's through. And the other semi-final match will be between her and Collins.
So where's Coco Gauff now?
She lost to
Gauff is
Garcia.
not in this tournament.
She's not in the tournament.
No.
Yeah.
But didn't she lose to Garcia in the tournament? She was there.
Gauff was there. Gauff exited. Oh yes, absolutely. She exited
An
from
early
16.
exit then.
Not early in
Yes,
3
early
sets.
exit. You're absolutely correct, Mano. She was defeated
No, but
by
what I can
Garcia.
understand, look, my problem with I don't know, people around her. She has to, this thing about this social media, you have to get rid of that and focus on tennis. Try to develop your serve, get a bit stronger the shoulders, all you get the players, Fountain, they are very strong. Look at them, they're massive.
They're big and so on. In fact, last week, Emmanuel, I remember we were talking about Swiatek.
Swiatek.
But
Swiatek,
the
yes.
the world number one. But she was defeated, in the round of 16 as well.
Right.
By Alexandrova.
But Coco Gauff,
Okay.
she always this thing. She has to develop her serve. All she's missing right now is a good serve. She's very athletic. She can run the court, but she has to develop
still
her serve.
developing a power still, Luby. She's developing her power still.
No, but she's
Coco
not
Gauff.
watching the
Every
social
time
media.
she comes out on the court, I get worried for her because she's so
Obviously.
small compared to
She looks a
the other
bit
women.
fragile compared to the others.
I mean,
Yeah,
compared to Swiatek or Alexandra.
Yeah,
these
because
are
she
big
and she has
women,
too many
you're
double
talking about
faults.
women who probably 5'11" of 6 feet, and Gauff is a tiny.
It doesn't
Yeah.
body what but she has to spend. But that's where in terms of parenting, you look at the Williams sisters and the role the father played, Fountain, in their early development. The father was at the forefront, and he drilled and make from early o'clock. They had to understand who they were, where they came from, and what is at stake. Right? And he was there with them, and he understood that. Yeah.
Oh, yes.
yes.
That was very inspirational with his daughters. Oh, yes.
Is the way the man went coaching his daughters,
Yeah.
The way he went, the man was it's unbelievable.
Yes, he was a fanatic, taking care of his daughters.
Yes, indeed.
Oh, yes.
So Ozzy, Rybakina is through to the finals, and she is waiting for the winner.
Sabalenka.
Sorry?
Sabalenka.
No. Rybakina.
Rybakina. Okay, right. Rybakina, yes. Not Sabalenka.
So she's through to the finals, and she's awaiting the winner of the Alexandrova Collins matchup tomorrow.
Collins, all right, okay.
But Fountain, another player who has dropped. I think she's from the Middle East. What's her name again? Either from Algeria.
Who is that?
Big. She's mass.
Middle East.
She's from where?
Isn't that a Czech from Czechoslovakia?
No. She's from the Middle East.
All right, okay.
The Middle East.
Yes.
Not the girl from North Africa, what do you call it again?
Yeah.
Morocco? Algeria.
Tunisia, I think they call it.
Tunisia.
That girl, she's biggish.
Biggish, right.
Yes. She was in the finals in Wimbledon, I think, last year,
Yeah. She's making some headway, and she just
inroads into the she was going up. Man, what's her name again? Something like OINS. That's the name Jabo or something. Jabo. She's right up there. Where is she now? She's not in the.
No, she has not been doing well this year.
All right.
She got knocked out. She got beaten actually by Avanesian
Yeah.
Mhm.
in the round of 64. So
Yeah.
she's been
Yeah.
she was out since last week Sunday.
Yeah, she
But
last year she was. I think she has. I don't know what happened to her. She has just dropped.
Yeah.
Jabo.
And the top 10 is really tough now on the men's side too. Eh?
Or the top 10. You
Yes.
call it top 10? I
Top
said the top
10.
20.
You know,
Very
but
tough.
it's better for the sport because when you don't have a dominant player,
True.
it's
Yeah.
better. You know, any one of them
Mhm.
can step up and so on. You know, the rankings change and so on. It makes it more exciting. Keeps
Yeah,
it,
because everybody
more
looking
competitive.
for presently they are looking for the next big three. You had Djokovic, you had Nadal, and you had oh come on, Djokovic, Nadal, and Federer. Yeah, this big three. So the anticipation of the looking and see who will be the next big three or the
Yes,
big
it was-
four.
Talking about the big three and the big four. The big four was Murray,
Murray.
But Murray doesn't really belong to that elite category.
No, but Ozzy
Yeah,
had
only
been for that surgery. He had that
three Grand
surgery,
Slams,
that hip surgery.
Yeah. But you saw him in this tournament. He did pretty well,
Oh yes, he's a fighter.
He's a fighter, yes. He lost in the third round, I think.
Yeah.
Of the Miami Open.
Yes, he was knocked out in the round of 16, I think. I think he got through the round of 16.
The round is the fourth round,
Yes.
Yeah.
I thought the third round, anyhow.
But to be playing,
I think he won 2 matches.
Yeah.
But the man had serious hip injury and
Ozzy, I am shocked whenever I see Murray playing.
Yeah.
And the balls he chasing, I'm telling myself, this guy is phenomenal.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't believe that.
He's a fighter.
Actually, he was in the round of 42. I'm sorry, in the round of 42. He was beaten by Machak.
Which is the third round.
Yes, he was beaten in the third round. He went out against Machak.
But he went out with a fight, yeah?
Yes, it was close actually. It was a very, very close encounter. Tough game.
Yeah.
But gentlemen, let's face it. I think that you think Ozzy, how long again you think Djokovic can be playing for? Let's face it, presently.
How old is he now? 37 is he, or 36? I think he'll try to go up to about 40,
Because look at me, as an athlete myself, staying away from tournaments.
It's not the best thing for him,
No, it's not the best thing at all for you.
Play the ATP Masters 1000 tournaments. Maybe the other tournaments he was bound to play them, like the 500s and the.
But it's good for you. It's good for you to play.
Keep him match fit,
Oh, but it's very important.
Yeah.
Improve your.
Is he still ranked number one? He's still ranked number one, right?
Yes, still number one.
I think he has had this very long stretch,
Yeah, he's number one. Alcaraz is number 2.
He'll be 37 in May.
Yeah.
On May 22nd.
But some guy, Fontaine and Lobby, who was right up there in the top 3, he's played even slams in the finals and not won. Tsitsipas of Greece, to me, he has declined a lot. Tsitsipas, he's not being called up in the top 5 or 6 at all again.
Yeah.
And before he was right up there, he was even challenging guys for the finals and all championship matches. The new final has got off the picture altogether. Tsitsipas.
Yeah, I think since he was injured 2 years ago, and I think that hampered him a lot.
Yeah, I mean, that's why you have to give credit to a guy like Andy Murray, because the tool, I mean, to maintain that level. And even Djokovic, you have to give it to him. I mean, he's been ranked for all of this time at number 1.
Yeah.
I think he was ranked for over 418 weeks, at number 1.
But talking about these champions, we haven't heard anything, Fontaine and Lobby, about Nadal. Where is the great Nadal?
Well, I think let's say Ozzy, I cannot see Nadal having any influence on the game anymore. Because of injuries.
He's past his best?
Not his best. Because of the injuries he has had, he just called it a day.
You think so?
To me, obviously, Ozzy. But you're joking, and
Because
you see not
the
going to have
French
any.
Open is not too far away, you know. The
It's not
French.
going to have any influence at all. There's no impact going to have on on the game.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, his younger guy from Spain,
But
Alcaraz.
Nadal, how old is Nadal? I think Nadal is probably like 38 or 47,
38.
38. Huh?
Mhm.
Must be in his late 30s or around that.
Yeah, 30, 48. So yeah, it gets, I'm telling you, man, to maintain at that level, it calls for a lot, you know.
But no, but look, you can maintain, gentlemen, if you're not in, you have no major injury. But when you start having wrist and knee and back, this kind of injury, these areas play an important part, in your game itself, your serve, all right, your return. And it's not easy. And after years of pounding up, there comes a time when the body says, that's it.
Now, this fella must have been discounted, the Australian guy called Alex de Minaur.
Diminor.
He's played his last 20 matches, Fontaine, 20, and only had, I think, 2 or 3. No? Apart from Sinner, his record, win-loss record, comes very close to the great Sinner. He's right up there, He's an Australian guy. He looks a little unassuming, but he's very effective. And he's, I think, in the top 8 or so now. Alex de Minaur. Shortest guy, de Minaur, Minaur, Minaur.
Yeah.
But he's very, very dangerous.
Okay.
Cool guy, but he gets his games easily. He has a nice style. Right. So, guys, tennis again. So,
we talk about Ozzy. We have the Carifta Games this weekend in Grenada.
Yes. Go ahead.
The Carifta Games Fountain in Grenada.
So who's going to represent Dominica?
I think there are about 4 or 5 athletes. Ozzy, it's not easy. I mean, say, look, with numbers, what you have, where you haven't got a place to prepare. You have to prepare athletes, not for 1 month, But
that's a recurring decimal, Lobby.
Recurring alone? No, but let us face it. It's going to be. I'm quite happy, Ozzy, that the islands, for example, Saint Lucia, they have a track. Grenada, Saint Vincent, Antigua, Saint Kitts, Anguilla, they all have synthetic tracks. All right, even and all the islands. We are the only one without a fountain. We are the only one, and we have shown the world, shown the region, the world, that we have what it takes to compete at the highest level, but just providing the facility.
So what are for athletes representing Dominica at the Carifta Games this year?
Well, one of the things that I know for sure, we have a young lady from Granby who goes to high school in Jamaica, and she has been making a tremendous name for herself in Jamaica in the sprints. I think she'll run some good times. She's under 17.
She's here.
She's
here in Dominica.
Well, I don't know if she's joining the team here or she's flying. She might be traveling, I suspect, with the team from Jamaica straight to Grenada. I suspect that. All right. But something I just want to talk about Fountain and Ozzy. I saw on Facebook, I'm watching the athletes, and I said that they are close by a Japanese ASIS.
I was just about to mention that. Yeah. Yes.
But my concern is this. One of my problems I find if all uniforms. It's too close to Grenada. All right? It's Grenada. And we should, I was looking for a put some more try. Remodel. You have to redesign.
Redesign. And colors as well.
Yeah, we can have the colors, Because even Jamaica, they have changed, they put more stripes, free stripes on the, a little bit more on their uniforms. We are too direct. We too many times we're looking like Grenada, like Grenadians. They have the same type of uniforms.
So when does the Carifta Games start? This weekend it starts?
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
One of the players there is Nian Davis,
right,
who is representing in the javelin.
Yeah, I know javelin. Yes, last
Yeah,
year.
he has a throw of 47.92 meters, and he's small guy, but he seems to pack a lot of power.
Mm.
Mhm.
All right, but the games, I can tell you, the games, it's going to be interesting because for example, what I have seen over the years, the dominance Jamaica had is no more because they find all the islands now. They have because of the erect of tracks, synthetic tracks, fountain. They have improved a lot. I mean,
Yes,
Guyana.
they have, and I think Emmanuel, the player you're talking about, I think is Kirel, no? Kirel Etienne.
Yes, Kirel. I can't remember her name. Kirel, yeah, Kirel.
Kirel Etienne, yes, she's currently the under 1700 meter national record holder.
Yeah, and
she also qualified for the 2024 World Athletics under 20 Championships. So that is somebody to look, forward to.
Because the way she runs, there's I forgot to know how she's called in Jamaica. All right, Nimpi, very very Nimpi runner. Right, but she has a lot of things going for her. Once she stays,
well, Jamaica produces them all the time, Lobby.
Well, we can. If we have our own track, there are things that can be done here also.
Yeah.
Right, in the level of competition. I'm just hoping also that as soon as she's through with high school, get to the US.
Yeah. Okay, Lobby, I think we must take our first break in the proceedings. So we'll stop for a break and return after that break.
Okay.
So hold on.
Rudolph Thomas Enterprise in Portsmouth, your suppliers of building materials and hardware products. Over 20 years experience in the business. Rudolph Thomas has lumber and plywood, Portland and tile cement, steel rods, galvanized and fenced pipe, and Rudolph Thomas can meet all your wire needs. Galvanized roofing sheets, doors, windows, toilet sets, face basins, and bidets. PVC piping, fittings, and lattice. Check out Rudolph Thomas for ceramic and vinyl floor and wall tiles, nails, nuts and bolts, paint and painting supplies. And check out their line of electrical and hand tools. And Rudolph Thomas is your one-stop shop for hard-to-find items like fiberglass mat and fiberglass resin and welding rods. Go now to Rudolph Thomas on 1240 Bay Street in Portsmouth.
Yes, welcome back to Sports Wrap. I think we're trying to engage a caller, or the caller is trying to engage us. Yes, caller?
Hello, Arthur.
Yes, sir.
That's Teacher Luther.
Teacher Luther Martin.
I just called to tell you that you lost one of your great athletes too. Your tailor, Mr. John Jules, he passed on Sunday.
John Jules.
John Jules, the tailor.
Oh my goodness! I mean, Black Syrian man.
Yes.
What?
Yes,
but that's shocking news, man.
Yes, he was shocked.
What?
Yes, we took him to the hospital in the evening, and by morning he was gone.
What?
Yes,
that's actually shocked me, Luther.
And you know, the whole of Gotham village is shocked.
Yeah.
Yes,
I mean, this man was so...
I say I would call you because I know you're always there with him.
Oh, but as a good friend for many, he has been my tailor for years.
Yes,
we call him the Black Syrian. He used to go around selling his cloth and so on.
Ozzy and Mr. Fountain and Ruby, that shows us we only here for a very short time.
Oh yes, for years.
There's no doubt about it, yes. Thank you, Martin Luther. What? Do you know about John Jules, guys? You know him?
I know him also. I know Black. I know Black. Ozzy, a very popular guy, Black Syrian.
Very popular guy from vehicles, man.
Yeah, of
very
course.
Very popular fella.
Okay.
He very gregarious, a likable guy.
Ozzy, he used to say that. Ozzy said that he can see you from a distance and cut a suit for you,
What's the man, Rupert John
Such
Jules?
confidence in his abilities, huh? That's great.
Yeah, he was, man. Fountain.
Man, that
Seriously.
was shocking news. Yes. And
South
also,
Carolina.
when I was away from the microphone, I heard about a guy's death called McKenville Fry.
Mm-hmm.
That's a guy I knew in my young days playing cricket.
Mm-hmm.
He played a couple years for a team from Portersville. In fact, more than a couple of years. I was going to say he played a couple of years on trials, but in those days he couldn't make the Dominica team. It was too tough to make a team in 1960, 61. You had Clem John at number 3, then Irvin came in at number 4. So he used to bat, I like number 3, stylish, good batsman. I was always fascinated by McKenville Fry. Why? His name too. I knew a guy called C.B. Fry from England who was an English cricketer or English cricket administrator. So the name Fry, I wondered how McKenville got that surname Fry.
Right. Okay.
Because I know him well, he was a very good batsman playing there. I got to hear about 2 or 3 weeks ago, Lobby, that he passed. So I just felt
Yeah.
it's not too late to wish his family all the best, because I knew him in his heyday as a cricketer, very fine, stylish batsman. And as you said, people have to come and go. We are all coming on a stage. We make our exits, our entrances, and our exits, right?
Well, we don't know the hour. We just have to be prepared for
Yes.
that glorious day.
Yes, indeed. And also, I heard about Clovelo Tusa's passing.
Yeah,
as
last
well.
week. Yeah, last week. Yeah, he's buried already. May he rest in peace.
Yes, Clovelo Tusa used to play for Blackburn.
Blackburns.
Yes.
Good
He was left arm,
Left
fast
arm.
medium bowler from St.
Yes.
Joseph. His half brother was Bowen Charles, my good friend. So I knew Clovelo very well, and his
I
wife.
know
Of
him. Oh
course.
yes, love cricket.
No.
Aussie. He was a good cricketer, you know.
Yes, he was all right. He was a pace bowler.
Right.
He could swing the ball left arm swing, you know.
Oh yes.
So that
Yes.
this guy's pass, as you said, that's how it is. You come and you go. You've got to come and you got to go. So again, my condolences to his family, all my friends in St. Joseph, of course, because he was from St. Joseph.
Joseph. Yep.
He was a surveyor as well in his
Oh
profession.
yes. Oh yes. Oh
Top
yes.
surveyor.
Yep.
And I met this guy a week or 2 before at the hospital, you know,
Yep.
coming and talking to me normally. Then I heard the news that Mr. died. I couldn't, you know, just like hearing about Rupert John Jules now. So that's how it is.
Yeah.
And that's how it is.
You got anything? Do we have to connect with the PRO, the Football Association?
I haven't got anything with that. No, I'm not aware of that. Not aware.
What about cricket?
I'm not aware of that. I'm not aware. Not aware. I don't know. We can if we can try, but there's no plan for that as well.
Okay.
Right. So yes, man, Rupert John Jules, yes, may his soul rest in peace, man. A good partner. I miss him quite a lot.
But
Yeah.
But is it still possible we can get the PRO, because I think they have the number.
Well, let's say if DJ Shan, DJ Shan is there and over there as well. So I don't know what arrangement that is at all. Because he's
I
the one
think
to do it. So
Yeah, I think also the PRO for the Cricket Association.
yeah,
And
he has their numbers. You can call them.
Yeah,
But-
you got to send him the
but
let's
they've
give
got-
yes,
they've gone back
because
in-
the football season is on. That
Yeah.
started.
But it's to get DJ Shan now. Now the point where he's gone into outside from the room where we are.
Oh.
DJ Shan, yeah, can you get the football PRO as well? Can you have his telephone number? To hear what's the latest. But didn't you have the number from last week? Okay. I think Shan has a problem. Do you know his number?
No,
Really?
no, because
Yes, I
don't
have his number. I
You
can give you his number.
Yes.
Yeah, it's 315-8902.
315-8902.
8902. Yeah,
Right, so we can get, his name is Abby, I think, Abby Lawrence.
Abby Lawrence, correct.
Abby.
8902, yes. So we're trying to get him to give us the latest happenings in football. The President's Cup taking place. So there should be some interesting happenings in that tournament. Right. Trying to get Mr. Ebby Lawrence. Yes, Ebby.
You know,
Also,
I want to ask Abby a question tonight, and you know, because I was looking at all of these friendlies taking place
Okay.
over
I
the
know which one.
weekend,
I
and I'm
know.
wondering, do we ever engage in any friendlies when we go into a big tournament? I
friendlies.
No,
mean, you
but
know, these
Here
big
you
teams,
mean?
huh? They
Friendlies taking
put us
place
on
where?
the schedule. So I'm
friendly
wondering if we
matches.
had any warm-up games before we go into
Oh,
the
you're asking me if there are going to
World
be any
Cup.
friendly matches
Yeah, that's what
that
I
Dominic
need to
has to
find
take
out,
part in.
because we're coming up against Guatemala in a few weeks, and I'm
And
wondering if you have
Jamaica.
any games between them, you know, to
Yeah.
help the guys hone their skills, to allow the coaches
Fair
to
question.
see
Oh,
who
yes.
is up, you know, and so on. The big
Yeah.
teams do it. Brazil was
Yeah.
just in the UK,
They did
you
too.
know, last
Yeah.
weekend,
And they
you
were
know.
against Spain again in
Yeah.
Europe. But
Oh,
also
I think we have
Fountain.
Abby, the hard-working Abby Lawrence on the line. Yes, Abby?
Yes, good evening, Mr. Lewis. Good evening, Sibo. I'm
Yeah.
happy
Good
for the
evening.
Christmas to you.
Yes,
How,
Mr.
Good evening, Robbie.
Lawrence, Abby.
and how are you doing?
I'm good. Being quiet and reflecting on the beautiful grace that the Lord bestowed, reminding of myself of the importance of this week.
I love to hear that. Very spiritual.
Yes. Well, Abby, can you just give us an update on the goings on in the President's
Okay,
Cup for football?
This weekend we are not having any games because of the Easter celebration.
Oh, yes.
But nonetheless, the Premier game starts next week, Friday. We will be having the Premier League. The first game will be Petro Caribe Point Michel versus Promex Salem at 6:30 p.m. at the Stock Farm facility. And on Saturday, we will have Roosevelt Scarlet Bombers coming up against Surgical Southeast at Portsmouth. And that same day, Belfast Estate Mao Soccer Strikers comes up against Central Cooperative Credit Union Dubla FC at Stock Farm. On Sunday, we have Connect 767 East Central Bath Estate versus Bath Estate at Stock Farm, and Tranquility Beach, Middleham United versus Vivolin United at 6 p.m. That is the Premier League that starts on the 5th. However, on the 24th, we will have the round 16 of the President's Cup going forward. And as time progresses, you will have a better idea as to what is going on. But the first game would be Wayne George Academy versus Promex Harlem. That would be on Wednesday, the 24th of April. And we will continue on Thursday, Friday. And as we progress, the teams and even members of the public will be aware as to who is playing as we go forward.
Mm-hmm. Well, the President's Cup is still ongoing as well, right?
Yes, the President Cup. What is happening actually? The President Cup we will play on the 24th, but we will be playing the Premier season will start on Friday as well. So they'll have the Premier President's Cup to proceed with the first division, stop again for the quarterfinals of the President's Cup, then go back into the Premier and continue, because like I've said and stated earlier in our programs, football will be a continuum in the season.
Yeah. So that's a lot of football taking place, you know.
Yes.
So which teams are in the forefront now of the President's Cup?
Well, we're still in the knockout phases.
Knockout stages.
Yeah, because we're going into round 16 come the 24th. We have Wayne George Academy, Promex Harlem, Connect 767, DSFC, Belfast Estate Mao Soccer Strikers, Granville FC, Dublin. We have Bath Estate, Southeast, RC Doctors, Elisa. We have quite a few teams for the round 16. And like I've stated before, it will be knockout and out until we get to the quarterfinals, which will be somewhere May thereabouts.
Yeah. Okay. I think Dr. Fontaine has a question for you. Fontaine, you want to pose your question to Mr. Eggy Lawrence? Ebby.
Yes, Ebby, good evening to you, and thanks for joining us.
Good evening, Doc.
Yes, yeah. The question I had, Ebby, and what really caused it, what really provoked that question was looking at the many games over the weekend and to see the different countries doing the friendlies as they prepare themselves for the different, competitions. I know that Dominica is scheduled to have his first game against Guatemala in a few weeks. And I was wondering if there are any warm-up matches that are lined up in preparation for that.
I am not in a position to answer since the communique haven't been sent out to the executive from the technical team. But as soon as that is made available, the nation will always know. But where I stand, I am not privy to any of this information coming forward.
But is this something that is normally done? I mean, do we usually do it as a matter of course that we do? We arrange to have this friendlies probably with another country, Antigua, Haiti,
Well, with this new executive, I can tell you this is a matter that's been considered going forward. I cannot tell you what transpired before, but with this new group of us, with the old heads, some of the new ones that came in suggested something. As you know, it's a process. We do not want to just come change everything, but that is an area we are looking forward to developing.
Okay, that's excellent. I'm glad that it's been given consideration. I think it's a good way to help in the preparation of the team. It really helps them sharpen their skills, and
and
it's good.
I just wanted Lobby to remember the last time we spoke, and some people gave me blows. I said it takes a stroke of a pen to get a game going at the Windsor Park. We will see Dominica versus Jamaica at the Windsor Park.
Okay.
You see, like I said, there are things you do not just on the 19th.
When?
On the 19th of June.
Okay.
19th of June, Dominica against Jamaica.
Dominica will be playing, in the Windsor Park.
At the Windsor Park. Okay.
Yeah, at the Windsor Park at the stadium. So at the end of the day, things may not appear to be so progressive on the outside to people, but in the inside, I can definitely say, beyond a shadow of a doubt, work is being done. And like I said to the public, it's just a matter of trusting the decisions that the FA is making towards bringing a better product outside for the persons and for the athletes as well. And as time progresses, we will see a new brand, because that's where we are now. And many times people would say, but I do not hear the PRO. And I say to them, being a PRO is more than just going on the radio and saying the scores are. There are things that must be done. There are things that must be done behind the scenes. For example, I'm saying to you now that a new marketing thrust is being considered, where we will be highlighting the players, where we will be highlighting more of the technical department as to what is happening within the confines of the FA, and not just come say the goals, the games are there, the goal scores this. There is much more to it. There is much more to it as from the PR stance on a marketing approach, but that is where we are. What is being developed as we speak.
But I will thank you, brother. But I will still maintain that that first of all, against Guatemala, you're not playing in Guatemala.
Yeah.
So and the second game is against Jamaica.
Jamaica.
So is it just 2 games, or you're playing home and away?
Cricket.
For now, it's 2 games I know of. That's on my note.
Okay, 2 games. As I have been telling you, that is my opinion. All right, that I think that you have been talking about coaches being upgraded, to level. But I still think that to going forward with our football, as I have seen in other the islands, you need to have a foreign coach. You need to look at somebody to be based to help our football. Why am I saying so? I just saw St. Kitts playing San Marino in Europe. I don't know if you saw that game.
Oh, no, I did not. No.
Yes, I was very much happy that, St. Kitts in Europe, playing, I was very happy. All right. And they have a foreign coach, foreign staff, to help their football to move forward. And they're looking forward to move forward. And there's nothing wrong having a foreign coach that's going to help your coaches, because our coaches need a lot of help. No matter what level, they need a lot of help. That's what I'm looking at.
In everything we do, there is always always areas of development. And I'm not ruling out no foreign coach is not needed. That is a matter when the executive and others will meet, that will be decided upon. But sometimes we have the capacity there. Is how do we build on what we have? And most times we Dominicans believe, now that is Eddie's perspective, that is not the perspective and the opinion of the Dominica Football Association. But we normally push what we have outside, thinking that it is better on the outside. And we have the capacity there. Most times, and that is me again, why could we not send some of the very coaches? We have in the persons of Stanton, we have the Dubla coach. We could send these people and study as well and better themselves when they come down, whenever they return, they give a better product to the Dominica team. And that is my philosophy. That's not the philosophy of the Dominica Football Association. That's just me. Build on what we have.
Well, yes, go ahead, Fontaine.
No, I wanted to push Ebby a little bit on this. Are you saying that foreign coaches are not preferred? It seems to me a number of countries at a certain stage in their development, they bring in foreign coaches that can help until the country can stand its own. I'm thinking of Senegal, for example.
That's what is happening.
That is what is happening
presently. There are a number, about 14 of our coaches now are doing the B licenses with FIFA and CONCACAF, and they come down periodically to ensure that the coaches are better, because like we all know that the game of football is evolving every day, to better themselves. And when we are satisfied, we'll move into the A licensing, because I can tell you right now, the very technical director, he is pursuing his A licensing. And he, knowing what is happening, is pushing for the thrust of our coaches being better and more coaching development. That's why I say, and I will always repeat, there are things that is not said for the public to know, but it is happening. And when it is in full force, then the public will be made aware. It makes no sense of putting the cat before the horse.
And Ebby, this is commendable, and let me commend the association for doing that, for getting as many coaches trained as possible. But the question I want to ask you, is there any thought been given to have a foreign coach for the national team, especially as we prepare? Probably not this time, but into the future, when we're preparing for a major tournament like a World Cup qualifier. Has anything been given to bring
again, when consideration will be given, the nation and the world will know. But for now, we work towards what we have. With what we have, and as time progresses, I believe the FA will be in a position to inform persons whether or not a foreign coach is preferred over a national coach. But for now, we are working, because how would one think, and that is again my perspective, that Dominica just got qualified with the coaching of Sabin, Mr. Sabin, and we'll just say to Sabin, well, your services is no longer needed.
No, I don't think that's how it should be looked at, Ebby. I think,
but
I understand there may obviously be an issue of financing, because you have to have, this coach.
You have to have the work. Yeah, you have to have. And we know.
But I think it's something that we could aspire to. Not that I mean,
it will be considered. It will be considered. Because I think. Go ahead.
Yes,
Yeah,
you see. Just now, Ozzy.
I think the thing is that weighing that up for the time being.
Ozzy, just now, Ozzy. I don't want to say something here.
Foreign coach or local coach, you get the best coach wherever it comes from.
No, just now.
Where's
Ozzy,
local? Where's from the country? Where's from Zimbabwe? You get the best that you possibly can, and what you can afford as well.
No, but just now, Ozzy. Not a matter of getting. I'm looking at at our football. First of all, our football. All right. And in anywhere you go, your best coaches have to be at your youth. Your youth is very important to have your best coaches.
But is it bound to come from overseas?
Just now. And I'm
looking. Ian Fontaine.
Just now, I've been looking
at the league. Coach. Why stress on foreign coach?
But it's very important to nothing wrong with that, Ozzy. I am looking at
I know why stress on it, I said.
I have to stress on a foreign coach, because Ozzy, I'm looking at the football in Dominica, the footballers. I'm looking at their deficiencies.
Yes.
All right, and it cannot continue so.
There's no competence here in the coaching staff here then.
No, but Ozzy, I'm looking at
people need to help. All other countries doing it.
I'm looking at countries that are way ahead of us.
Of
if you look at all the African countries, for example, probably the only African country that has a national coach is Senegal, and more recently they coach for Cote d'Ivoire. But all of these countries, they bring in foreign coaches, and there is a reason why they do that, because there's a certain way the game is played, a certain kind of expertise that they can bring to the team that they have to seek outside. So, I'm not advocating saying, okay, just do away with your local coaches. I'm saying that
is that to help
from other countries.
The foreign coach will help your coaches. Will help them.
Yeah, okay. Point well taken.
I am happy Low Black mentioned about the youth level. And what is happening now, Low Black, is that we are going to have, from going forward, a serious under 20. But again, every information will not be made known yet, where we're starting to develop from the grassroots level. So all that is coming in as a matter of time, because going forward, the executive will be meeting shortly to have a strategic development plan for football for the next 5 years. Where do we want to see ourselves? Where do we want to see the country? Like I said to others, many other things will be happening as we go along. We just have to encourage our footballers, and I would encourage the Sports Shop program. I would encourage even you, Dr. Fountain, and Sibo, and Mr. Low Black. As time is going on, we will be calling on you all to help better our players in terms of, after the game, we say we want players, we are looking for a sponsor for the players of the match or something. We are the corporate sponsors to come on board, because the FA alone cannot do it. We need all stakeholders on board, and coming forward, Sibo, I'll be troubling you. Dr. Fountain, I'll be coming towards you. So as to better prepare, market our footballers. We are out of state. How can I help get a scholarship for a young man, a young lady? And in this regard, I want to echo very much on my part the likes of Dr. Emmanuel Singh for really going beyond the border to see how we can better position or even our female athletes, because we talk men as well, and sometimes ignore the fact that the ladies themselves need the very recognition. And I want to thank Dr. Emmanuel Singh for really looking towards helping better our female athletes. And these are the things we encourage. And as time goes on, we will let the public know what is happening within the inside walls of the Dominica Football Association.
Well said, Mr. Abby Lawrence. Thank you very much for the information.
You're welcome, Mr. Lewis.
On that note, wish you all the best, and we'll be back in contact with you next week, okay?
Next week, President Lord.
Next week, Lord willing. Thank you very much, sir.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Abby.
And happy Easter in advance.
Happy Easter, Abby Lawrence. Guys, I'm going to go through my sports fan club. I guess you all may want to do it too, because
we did last week in Aussie. We did it last week.
But I have a reason for going over it again.
But you have to. We did it last week.
No, I'm going to go over it again, okay? If you don't want to call yours, you may not.
No, but there's people that you know.
Okay, right. And we say hello to Brinsley Charles, who was in contact with me some time ago. Good to hear Brinsley Charles' voice, former sportsman for Dominica. Of course, he was a tennis player, cricketer, and footballer. He represented Dominica in 3 different sports. And it was good to touch base with this man out there in Orlando, I think. I think he's based in Florida. So Brinsley, good night to you. Of course, Mr. Julius Corbett, always in touch with me. Julius Corbett out there in wherever he is in the States. Again, we say good evening to you. And I'll just go through most of my fan club. Of course, is an inexhaustible list, but I'll go through most of them. You have Clem Fingal, Mr. Clem Fingal, and B.A.B. and his brother Randy Charles, Kent Abraham, and Cecilia Durant and Cecilia Matthew, Elsa Vickers, Herminus Emmanuel of famed Harlem, and of course from Newtown, and of course, Zai Manuel, his brother. Good evening to you, Zai Manuel. And there's Elika and Clances from Salisbury. There's Blessings, the famous Blessings, the Dominica's Socrates out there in St. Joseph area. Good evening to you, sir, Blessings. And people like Harper Edwards and Clinton and Twine at Fort Coley. These guys are ardent listeners to Sports Rap. And Dr. Emmanuel Finn, we heard Abby Lawrence, the PRO, praising him for his role. He has been of good help. And we want to say that Emmanuel Finn is out there in Washington, dental surgeon, doing a fine job out there. There's Lee Robinson, of course, and Bolin Peter, Berkey. What are you doing, Berkey, Peter? I haven't seen Berkey for some time. And then, of course, the erudite Dr. Justice Irvin Andre, who is a constant listener to Sports Rap as well. This guy is listening every time. And there's Elizabeth Peter, who is one of the great fans of Sports Rap. Dr. Vivian Moyes, Dr. Hendricks Paul, the former illustrious surgeon. And then there's Bogo Roy, Dennis, Teresa Polidov in Canada. There is Dave out there in Canada as well. Good day to you, Dave. Dave Lloyd, Dr. Dave Lloyd, in fact. And wishing you all the best, Dave Lloyd. Nice hearing from you that you're settling down in your new place of abode in Canada. There's a guy called Rambo, of course, Blue of Bath Estate, and husband, always listening to Sports Rap. There's Claudia and Pat Gist, Felix Leslie of Portsmouth, Billy Amor. There's Andy Carter. Good evening to you, Andy Carter. Roy James out there in the States. Dr. Dave Lloyd, I called already. And there's Vanya Shillingford. There's Leslie Massicat, guy called Spiking. Of course, ASP Wicks. I haven't seen this guy for quite some time. Hope you're doing fine, ASP Wicks. And there is Thomas Lee, his father, Whitnell Lee. Good evening to you all. Julius Cobbett, I mentioned already. And there's Bradley Joseph. And a guy I want to mention really is David Joseph out there in the States. Always keeps in touch with yours truly. Hope you're doing well, David Joseph. Tyson Johnson works at the hospital. He's a great guy, and I want to shout him out for doing a great job, Tyson Johnson. Gustav Williams, there's Ozzy Walsh, Glenn Ducre, Shirley Mills, Michael Murphy, Gilbert Williams. There's, let's see again, my friend Wayne Noddy, lawyer Wayne Noddy. Thanks to you for all your kind support during my dark days. Thank you very much. And you continue to give support to yours truly. So I want to make special mention of a man who was my protege when I was as magistrate at the magistrate's court, and now himself is a lawyer fast rising, doing his own fame. So we know that. All the best to you and blessings to you. And let's see, Ted Daly, of course, the great Ted Daly, of the great radio personalities, Ted Daly and his wife, Heffy. These guys are out there in St. Croix, I think it is, yes. And Ted and Heffy always listening to Sports Rap. And Roy Tappan, I haven't heard this guy for quite some time. I'm one of the frequent callers from Soufriere. There's Robertson Laura. There's Angelo Joseph Mann, Begaye, Bolt, a man called Bolt. There's Lister George somewhere in the States. I haven't hailed you for some time, Lister. I hope you're doing well. I think you're in the Big Apple. Hope you're doing well. Then there's a guy called Jerome John Lewis, fisherman from Soufriere, Scotland, the Incense Man. And there is, let's see, yes, it's Bennett Austri. Well, my man, went to school together with Austri, all the best, Bennett Austri. Sister Roach at the hospital, good evening to you. Edin Courts and Val, good evening to you. Son Leslie, there's Dr. Warren Sanford, Ivor James, Mr. and Mrs. Laurier, Albert Gabriel, good evening to you, sir. Arundel Thomas, the man from Lacusette Lang, brilliant guy, Arundel Thomas. And there's Social Security staff, whole staff understand they're hooked on to sports rap. And the Ice Pop lady, good evening to you. And a guy called Titus Simon. And one or two more. I want to mention Jeff Charles, the famous commentator and radio personality of yesteryear. In fact, my forerunner, began my career as a broadcaster under Jeff Charles. And I understand he listens all the time to sports rap. So, Jeff, doing well. I hope you're doing well. And good evening to you. And there should be one or two more names, but I think I'll stop here for the time being. And that's it for now. Yes. Guys, that's it. Time is 15 minutes past 7. And trying to get Thompson, if you know the number of the PRO of the Cricket Association, we could probably try to contact this guy. Do you have his number?
No,
Johnson.
I don't. We'll need to get that from SIBO.
Yeah, okay. So, okay. Right. So, guys, it's 7:15. We can look in depth at cricket.
The original 40.
Yes, look at it. Yes, Lobby, yes. So, who you think have been the outstanding talents in the West Indies Championship?
Well, for me, the one that stands out immediately is the young league boy from Leeward Islands.
Yep.
He had back-to-back centuries. Although his last two games he's not done too well, but in 2 games, he had centuries back to front. Very good young talent. Also, Jewel from the Leewards team, who was a standout in the under-19 competition. He's been performing well. On our side, Kevin Hodge has gotten a century. Got a really good 158, I think, not out. Against Barbados.
Are there any fast bowlers coming to the fore, Thompson Fontaine?
Yes. There is the fast bowler who wreaked havoc on Windward Islands in the last game. Guyana, Joel. This guy, yes. Oh my goodness.
Is he pacey? Is he fast?
He is quick.
He's quick.
And he may very well be in another mold of Sharma, because
Sharma.
he bowls with a lot of venom. I mean, the guy was at 90, clocking 90 miles,
That's fast.
And and he wasn't playable. He literally bowled out Windward Islands twice, for little runs.
Two real poultry scores.
On the pitch that they scored how much? 400 runs, over 400 runs, So I think in terms of he is a very good prospect. Excellent prospect. Joel.
How old is he? Any idea of his age?
He's I think 22 or
that's
24.
That's very young.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's very young. He's very young.
Very young.
Yeah.
But it's the Fontaine. That is what I'm looking at right now in the region right now. How we harness. We don't allow. I've been saying so for some time. All right, our deficiency in quickies in fast bowlers. Do we have what kind of camp we have? We have resources. We have the human resources. Yeah, they are right here. Ambrose is there and so on. They're available. All right, they are not at their home, bedridden. These guys should be utilized constantly in helping this young fast bowler. There should be a camp somewhere to help
what
these
happened
fast bowlers.
What happened to the cricket? What we used to have, this cricket academy? What happened to it?
Where? In
the cricket
Dominica?
academy we used to have in Barbados.
I know. That's what I'm saying. Something has to be done, because I saw this guy. I'm watching this guy there. This guy has a lot of promise. He's aggressive.
Oh, the fast bowler?
Very, yes.
Yes.
What's his name again?
His name is Joel.
Joel.
but Joel from from Guyana.
Yeah.
Okay.
And as yeah, we were looking at Aussie after I have some stats there for you.
Yeah,
After
go ahead.
the first 5 games, the 5 games so far have been played. Leeward, five matches, they won 4, they lose 1. They have 80 points. Windward played 5, won 3, lost 2, they have 71 points so far. Barbados played 5, won 3, lost 2, they on 67 points. Guyana played 5, lost 3, no, won 3, sorry, lost 1 on 66 points. I don't know how they are 66 points. Jamaica 5, played 5, won 2, lost 3. Win 3, sorry. No. Jamaica played 5, win 2, and lost 3, yes. And they had 53 points. TNT played 5, they won 2, and they lost 2. They won 51 points. Then you have the West Indies youth team there. They played 5, won 2, lost 3 on 49 points. And Fountain, my surprise is the combined campuses colleges. They haven't won a game so far.
Not one, yes.
Right?
So
and that is where we
Windward is still number 2, right? Windward
Who?
is still number 2. Windward, they're number
Yes,
2 now.
Windward.
So
Windward.
there's a possibility there could be a Windward Leeward's final then.
No, it's not over yet because Aussie.
Well, I said there's a possibility.
Yes, we
So
won
they're
3
both
out of 3,
front runners.
gentlemen. But the last 2 games, Fountain, what has happened to Windward? The last 2 games.
Yeah,
What happened to
lost
us?
that is.
Mm-hmm.
Huh?
Well, they were skittled out
Well, that's
against
what I'm
Guyana.
trying to figure out. That's what I'm trying to figure
Yeah,
out.
yeah.
You know, we've been.
They were just not in it in Guyana. I mean, against Guyana.
No, but you see, Fountain, I have a problem there. I have a problem there. That is, I have a problem as a professional coach, trainer. After I'm a trainer, I'm looking at teams' preparation, how professionals look. All right, at their product. That is my job. These guys are in camp, you know. They are based in Grenada. That's where they are based in Grenada. They are paid a salary. All right, you have to be like, come on, what was happening? What really happening in camp? What really happening? I would like to know. I'm going to say, look, I'm a person. I'm a hardliner. When I'm preparing for sports, I go all out. I'm a gracious loser, but you know, I don't know about only at the end. But this guys, to me, what happened there was this: something is wrong. You're in a camp. You won 3 out of 3. All right. You're supposed to be ready for your 4th game, your 5th game. Fountain, what has happened to us?
Well, they
No,
just
but,
were
you
not
know,
in it for the 5th game. They were just not in it at all. Eh?
I mean, they were bowled out for 113
Yes.
in the first
115,
innings. You know,
and another
113,
100 and some. Paul, 3 scores.
165 in the second inning.
Yeah.
Whereas Guyana got
The
like
big score.
224 for 2.
For
On
2
the same pitch, yeah, for 2.
The
on the
same
same
pitch.
pitch. Yeah.
You know,
But the
after
guy-
scoring,
but
after
come back
scoring
on
over 300
Jewel.
in the first inning. So, I don't
Jewel
know.
bowled very well. The guy bowled very well, Fountain.
Yes. No, but the thing is, they did not apply them. I don't know. I mean, you know,
There was some.
all of our guys got out very, very cheaply. They did not apply themselves in the second innings. I was hoping that at least they would have stood up in the second innings.
But obviously,
Captain Maud started very, very well. He showed some nice patience and so on, but that he just gave it away at the end of the day.
yes.
You know,
What about the other star player on the winning side?
Afanaz got a duck, you know, in the
Yes.
second innings.
He just hasn't been scoring consistently. Eh?
He got you know.
But you see, I have a concern with him. You know,
Had a
that's my
hard
point
out
with
in
him.
one of the innings. Eh?
You speak
Had a
about.
terrible dismissal in one of the innings.
He said about, you know, he said about in the show that he's an aggressive bat. People don't call him an aggressive batsman. I'm an aggressive batsman. You know, that's my winner. You don't talk about aggressive batsman. You have to occupy the crease, brother. You got to occupy the crease. Ozzy knows that. You got Ozzy.
yes. Yeah, 4-day match, you know, I mean, it's next to a test match, you know.
Yeah.
You have to learn to pace your innings.
Yeah.
You know, you have to have controlled aggression. You can't have aggression bordering on recklessness.
Yeah.
That's not aggression.
All I can say is he must be going for Patch, as Ozzy, you used to be a batsman, so you'd know that there is just a period of time when you just go through that period where whatever you try, you just kind of score,
No,
Yeah, but you can look and see what you're doing
yeah, what you're doing.
and try to correct the error of your ways.
Fountain.
You
What
must
I
put it
look,
like you reverse sweep and these things, put aside. Because these
Ozzy,
things are very risky, especially
I told the young man that he was on Sports Run program. Look at Kohli. Kohli he take ones, he take twos, he take threes. He turn.
Kohli, a typical example how to pace an innings.
Of course.
Kohli, one of the best in that line. I think we have a caller, Lobby. Hold on a while. Yes, caller?
Yes, gentlemen. Good evening, gentlemen.
Evening.
No, gentlemen, I am saying that as far as I'm concerned, the Windward Island fellas, they started the first 3 matches and they won. And they were playing positive cricket. They became complacent, and to me, right now, they are playing without any conviction, When I look at those fellas, as if to me, they are senile, and they need to change course and get back to their winning ways. That's what they have to do now.
Yes.
Yeah.
But
caller, yes.
Caller, they're in camp, So what is happening in the camp? They are based in Grenada. They are living. What is happening? Gentlemen,
Well, there are 2 more matches, right? So there's still a possibility they could qualify for championship, right?
but of course,
Right.
they're still there.
Because they have 70-something points, you said they are?
71.
And Leewards are 80 points.
80.
Right.
Barbados 67, Guyana 66. They can
Well, it's good
they
to
can
see
be in the top
that
4.
These teams like Windwards and Leewards, who were the Cinderella or Cinderellas
Years
of
ago.
cricket years ago. I in front Thompson, that's great.
But also bear in mind, Windward has never won the championship. Huh?
No.
They've never. So they had a very good shot at it last year. I think this year, I was hoping this year would be the year when they really made it through. And I still feel that they can. I still feel that with the team that they have with Afanas, all Afanas have to come good at some point before that tournament is over.
But
so
the guy has to occupy the crease, Fountain. He has to occupy the crease.
He has to pace his innings, yeah.
But we have a real bright star in Springer. I don't know if you've been looking at Springer, the all-rounder.
Yes, Springer.
He I think he scored 69 or 70 not outs in the second inning.
He's not from the Windwards,
but at least he's on our team. He's on the
I know he's a Windwards player. He plays for the team, yes.
And we are happy to have him because he's a very good batsman. He's a bowler, he's the only team as a bowler, but he's a very good all-rounder, and he's been batting very well. So I think he's Solar, the other player who is not from the Windwards, Solozano, has been batting well as well.
Yes, Solozano.
Yes, guys, hold on. I think we have another caller. Yes, caller? Welcome to Sports Wrap. Sir.
You remember the words of Frank Worrell?
Frank Worrell, yes.
What he said?
He said that the West Indies cricketers, the top fellas, will come from the smaller islands. He said
One day.
That was about 30 years ago, he said so, in the Botanic Gardens.
Ozzy, not 30. More than that. More than that.
Yes, the prophecy is being fulfilled, yes.
Ozzy, it's more than 30 years.
That, Yes. Okay, Paul, thank you.
All right.
Right in the old days, Windwards were just a walkover in the old days, Windwards, and even the Leewards too, apart from the fact that Leewards took a leap after they had Richards and so on, But in the years ago, Leewards and Windwards, they were not in it at all.
But there was a period when Leewards was always big, when you had guys like Luther Kelly and those guys,
Yeah.
I mean, there was an era around the time that Sebastian was playing, actually. Leewards was a strong force then.
Yeah, same like Windward.
Reasonable force, yes.
No, they're very strong at the time. What not Ozzy, Fountain, the standard of cricket was very high.
Mm-hmm.
Well, if you go back with days of what they call the shell shield days, that was something else,
Boy,
like cricket, Barbados in those days, in the Shield days. I mean, that was cricket of the highest standard, you know. You had
But
great players. Every country had some top players, you know. Every one of them.
But also,
But
I'm
they
going
don't-
to go too far. That even in Dominica, the quality of players we had in those days,
oh yes.
we had
So
quality.
yeah,
What happened to what's happening to us right now? What's happening
well,
to the islands?
yeah.
Hmm?
Well,
But Fountain, you were making. We were talking about the T20 tournament coming up.
yeah.
The T20
The
coming up.
World Cup. The World
The
Cup.
World
Yes.
Cup
All I
coming
can
up.
say that this is getting a lot of publicity, plenty of advertisement
We
and
have played.
promotion.
We have a relatively good good thing. Afghanistan and Papua New Guinea, I think.
Yeah,
Or group, you mean?
Or group, yeah.
Yeah. Well, we should move from the group to what they call it. Was the next level? Super 6 or so?
Yeah, we should. I think, but we have some. But seriously
No, but
speaking, I think
in
we
T20,
have a
I
really
think we are
good
forced
team.
to reckon with, you know.
Let me tell you,
The guys are doing well.
my concern, as I said from the beginning,
I
is
think
our
we have a
bowling.
caller, you know.
My bowling is our concern. The bowling.
Well,
The
well,
bowling.
well. Hopefully they'll bring Shama. I think Shama.
But-
He's yet to play. He's yet to play in the IPL. Eh?
Yeah. The
I'm
only
waiting
still.
to see.
Guys, we're being inundated with calls now, so let's take another caller. Yes, caller, welcome to
Hello,
Sports
good
Wrap.
evening, everybody.
Yes, Elizabeth,
How
welcome.
are you all?
Fine, thank you.
Fine.
No, I'm Dr. Fontaine. I want you for Atanas, right? And after that, I rest my case. I wanted to say, well, see who not there, you and Ozzy or you, please send Atanas a WhatsApp or whatever and tell him, please stop with that reverse shot.
Reverse
Dr.
switch.
Fontaine, you can remember 2 weeks ago.
I remember that
called
was
that
you, right?
program.
Yes.
And I
you
spoke
wanted-
to Atanas about that reverse thing. Because once I had tell Sibu, please talk to him. Because I want him to stay on the West Indies for a long time. And remember when I asked him, are you comfortable with the shot? You can remember what he said, Dr. Fontaine?
Yes, I remember
Said
very
yes.
clearly.
Right? He said yes. Then you got out. So if you want to stay on that side, we want him to stay. You all send him something and ask him, please, just stop that shot. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. Do we
Yes,
have
I
another
remember
caller?
that. In fact, yeah.
We have yet another caller. Yes, Sports Wrap. Hello?
Hello.
Yes, Sports Wrap.
Yes. This is Dion George. How are you?
You're good, not bad, thank you.
Yeah.
Yes. I think you guys are having a very good program, and I want to concur. I want to agree with a lot of the things that you guys said, but I also want to share my own personal views. I don't think Afanas has failed. I think he failed in Australia. That he did not perform based on his the opportunities and the ambitions people had for him. When he came back to the Caribbean, his first game, he scored 50 something. The second game, and by the way, 50 something, he was given out, which both commentators said he was wrongly given out, and you can agree with that.
Yes, indeed. Yes.
Yes. Also, the second game, he was on 28 thereabout, and he was given out. It was a close call, very close call, and I think it should have gone to his benefit. Anyway, that's fine. I think he failed on one game, which is the last game where he failed to score. I would not say he has failed. I would not say he's out of form. In fact, I would go as far to say he's the most informed batsman for the Caribbean. I would also go to say the reverse sweep. I will tell you, my friend, he is very good at it. Very good at it. So yes, he has gotten out on it, but he's good at it, and he gets it done.
Yeah, but Dion, do you see any of the foremost players in the world in the Test context playing that shot?
Well, they all played, yeah.
Name me one. For example,
What
Josh
you mean
Butler.
at test level, you mean?
At test level, do you see any one of them? Josh Butler, that's one
Probably
of
not
his
that
favorite
much at
shots.
test level, but they still do it.
To answer your question, at the test level, I would
Yes.
say no.
Right, exactly. That's the point exactly. You'd have to know
No,
that
at the
shot
test level,
belongs.
the answer is no. At the
That
same
shot belongs in a T20 competition in a one day, but not at
T20
test level.
So what I think this program should do is to advocate for Afanes to play T20 for West Indies. I think
I'm with you on that. Yeah, absolutely. I'm with you. I'm with you on that. I think he has the capabilities.
I think he's one of the most talented batsmen West Indies have.
Yeah.
I am so sorry that he did not do as much as we expected for the Australia test. What you have to also consider, and you have to be fair. When India came to Dominica, Afanes was the top scorer. It was 45 runs. 45 runs is not much, but it was the highest score. And then second innings, he came again.
But
then he went where? He went somewhere else and he scored. He came to the and he's scoring.
Dion.
Yes.
Dion. No, what I'm saying for nobody's talk is writing off Afanas. I've been looking at him. What I want him to do is to pace his inning. He said he's aggressive, not matter of aggression. You have to pace your inning. All right? You have to think, because you see things like reverse sweep, bowlers look at you. All right, and they'll tempt you and they'll work at you and they look at you. And it's something you do frequently. They will try to tempt you a lot to work and see how they can get you out. But I think
I respect you. I respect you very much.
But I think he needs to pace. I want him to pace his innings. Pace it. Occupy the crease.
The man said that he will not change his thing. Anybody, and I want him to hear me, anybody that will not change their strategy, they need to reconsider. I think he's very good at it. I will say that. What I will say is this. He said he spoke to Brian Lara, and Brian Lara told him to continue with his aggression, especially towards the spin bowlers, to attack them. I think the guy is very talented. He has a natural gift. I don't want him to think that he's already up there. First of all, he has not scored a century for the West Indies. He has not. I just recently came from Norbert Phillip House. And there's something else I want to say about that. Norbert Phillip is someone we have to talk about. This guy told me that they bowled England first-class team for 14 runs. I've never heard that on Sports Rap. I don't know if you don't know about it, but he's done very well. He played 9 tests for West Indies. These are people that we have to recognize. But
we have spoken about Norbert already.
Norbert Phillip for 14 runs. I mean,
he played for Glamorgan. Glamorgan, he that's why he played in England, Aussie.
But that's years ago,
Years ago. We have spoken about that.
Many
he played for West Indies.
ago.
The West Indies beat him in India.
Yeah. See about Atanaz, I saw him play in innings recently. I was very impressed with his stroke play. That's great stroke play. And his confidence. But he just, as you said, Lobby, he's got to understand that he's playing 4-day cricket. It's not T20 cricket. The reverse sweep, it looks great, it's innovative, it's nice when it comes out, but it's fraught with danger and risk. And if you want to build an innings, you're not going to take chances with the reverse sweep. Although some batsmen, like the Australian batsman, the keeper, he reverse sweeps all the time.
I will submit this and I will get off the phone. I will just say this. I think he's one of the most talented batsmen that we have. I think that he's consistent. I think he had a couple of bad decisions that got him out, where if we had the review, perhaps he would have survived. And so I will not be too hard on him. The idea of the shot he plays, I think he plays it well. At the test game, it's not necessary. I agree. I humble myself and I agree. It's not necessary. But I think he's gifted. I think we should support him. And I think he's one of the gifts of Dominica. And I think he will do well.
Okay.
Afanez is one of the best batsmen Dominica have. I rest my case.
Okay, Dion. Thank you very much.
I'll even go further. I personally believe that Afanez will become one that will be the West Indies captain. I think he's good enough. He has the talent, and he will grow. He will, he's at that stage where he's learning the game still, and he will be a great he will be a greater batsman. And I made the point on Facebook, because there was a big discussion in Facebook about him and whether or not. And I said at that stage in his career, Brian Lara was averaging less than 30. People forget that. It takes a while for you to mature. It takes a while for you to get.
Well, I mean, his career is still in the embryonic stage.
He's still very early. Yes,
he's about 3 or 4 test matches.
Absolutely.
Hasn't been many tests yet.
Still very early. So let us be patient with him. Let us encourage him, and just be more. All I want him to do at this point.
But maybe what's in these championship matches, you should be dominating more.
He should be dominating.
No West Indies frontline batsman.
I agree that he should be
dominating more.
Shot selection, selection, occupying the crease.
Okay, the 54 he scored, something like that.
58.
He was wrongly given out.
That is the game, brother. That is cricket. Cricket have even if
DRS
review, even if this review, you have some bad reviews. These bad reviews, you even have that.
I want to say I find the guy is still informed. I think
but what we are saying is this. All we are saying is this, brother Dion. You have to understand that. For you to move on, you have to sit. They sit down when they put acid on the bowlers. You have to sit down on them. You have to stay there. Show them I'm in control. You have to sit down and stay there. Enjoy the game. You have to love to bat. Stay there. Yeah, show them I
agree with you. I heard him said something which I did not like, but it's fine. He has his own opinions of himself and his whatever encourages him. He said that he will not change his style of batting. Yeah, that I think as a captain you have to change, and perhaps Liam Sebastian, who I coach, can maybe talk to him and tell him, Alec, maybe you should take it a little easy. Yeah.
Because when you become a captain, it's a different ball game altogether, brother. You know that?
Yeah.
Dion.
So I am not going against you fully, but I just wanted to call the program.
I know.
I don't want
him.
We all want him. I don't want you to write him off.
Nobody's writing him off, man. What we are saying is we want him to move on, but we want him, as I told him, first of all, I told him on Sports Rap, remember where you came from where you're from the islands. Yeah. When you get there, you have to occupy.
Low Black, before I leave, and the George and Dr. Thompson Fontaine, I really believe that in my heart, that maybe Alec Afanez is one of the most talented batsmen West Indies have.
Without a doubt.
But you see, at the end of it, yes, one off. Our concern, I'm looking at that, he has what it takes. But I want him to do. I told him so.
Innings, you see, you have to structure your innings.
Yeah.
Test your innings. The moment phases, you will attack the ball independent. The other phases, they go back in your shell for a little while, and you just pace your innings. You wait until you can come out of it and accelerate again. So you can't go slash bang. I'm saying he does that, But I'm saying he must learn to pace his innings and structure his innings properly. And then it'll be a big success.
I will concur with you. I will agree with you that he can think. But he said something I did not like. He said that
I know. Likewise myself.
Yeah, I did not like it. So if he is listening, I wish well for him. I
want him to wish well. But he has to understand.
But I will say, as a captain of the Windward Islands cricket team, that we did well in the first 3 games. Slow down. Go back to the basics.
Yeah. Okay, Dion, thanks a lot.
chance.
We
But
appreciate
at the
your
same time,
contribution. And
at the
thank you
same
very
time,
much.
at the same time, Ozzy, I like the temperament of Kavem. I think
Yes.
Kavem has a very good temperament
Yeah.
for test cricket.
I
Very,
think
very
so
good.
too
Very
myself.
patient.
Yes,
Very,
yes.
very patient.
But he's an
Very watchful.
accumulator.
Very careful.
He's not in the same mold as Atanase. Kavem is an accumulator. I mean, he has shots here, but he's not a stroke player
Yeah,
as
right.
such. So he accumulates his runs, and as he said, he paces his innings. It's a different approach from Atanase.
Because when you
Completely.
become captain, Fountain, and Ozzy, there's a lot of responsibility on you,
Yeah.
You're not just a bat, you're the captain. And when you get out there in the middle, you know, our Timmy Dominica, captain, save yourself, save your team.
Yeah. Guys,
Yeah, there's a lot of expectation.
7-4.
Yeah.
But he has 2 games. He has 2 games to go, so I expect great things.
Yeah.
Remember,
Good things.
they made Chandapal captain and he gave it up.
Yeah.
He gave it up.
Well, a lot of people give up captaincy. Rooters give up the captaincy. Colliers give up captaincy.
It's
A
not
lot of people
easy.
give up captaincy after it's not an easy thing,
True.
Yeah.
Because people
I
want to
want-
be Dominica, captain, save your team.
Guys, I want to make a point.
I'm talking about giving up. You know, Sammy, who is the captain of the West Indies white ball. You know, he actually gave up an opportunity to coach Pakistan.
Yeah.
They asked him to coach Pakistan, and he turned it down.
Yeah. So the T20 tournament starts on the 1st of June, right?
Yes.
But the guys, really freaking going back to Klassen's batting. Have you ever seen that destructiveness anytime? That level?
Well, yeah,
Everyone-
I have seen it before. You know, he reminds me very much of
No, but even
AB
Kevin
Villiers.
Kevin Peterson was saying, and he's been around for years, he says, never seen that type of after destruction of a bowling so fearlessly. He has
But-
never
but
seen that before.
But AB
It's
de
something
Villiers,
else,
AB de Villiers was in a similar mold, Ozzy.
But he wasn't hitting
I've seen-
sixes like that. He wasn't hitting
I've seen
sixes.
AB, yes, I've seen AB de Villiers just equally destructive in terms of the number of sixes and so on, you know?
Yes, but still there's a little more finesse with AVD. This man is more brutal.
Brutal, yeah. He
Class is more
bludgeons the
brutal.
bowling.
Whereas
He bludgeons
ABD was a
the bowling.
class batsman. Super. I think one of the best batsmen who ever lived is ABD Villiers. I agree with you. They call him a 360 batsman in his day. I saw ABD Villiers score century against West Indies once in a limited overs game. And that was something. He was hitting balls from outside the off stump down to fine leg, repeatedly, without making a mistake. This man was a super batsman, I'm glad you mentioned A.B. de Villiers.
Yes, yes.
But he was a much better class batter than Classes. Looks like a fella, almost like a bludgeoner. He bludgeons the bowling. When he hits you, you feel pulverized, You know? You feel
Very-
you pound to the ground with a mortal pestle, Oh, yeah. Guys, at a point,
I like the chances of South Africa.
Yep.
I absolutely love their chances in this World Cup.
Yeah.
They have they have some players there, man.
True.
You
On
know.
a given day. They are
Oh man.
on a given day. They are destructive.
what bowlers they have now?
They are good
South
bowlers.
Africa. Could
They
be
have good bowlers.
They have Shamsi. They have Shamsi. They have a really good spinner.
Shamsi, back of the hand stuff. It can be
Yes,
very
yes,
expensive, at
And
times.
Ramada is
But
a
he can be
ram,
mesmerizing.
Even the Ramadan can be very expensive.
But he takes wicket. Casillo
wickets.
Rabada, he takes wickets,
Don't road Australia, boy. Don't road Australia. Australia
No,
all
no,
runs
no.
Australia
anymore.
T20, no, Aussie. Australia don't come anywhere close.
You think so?
No.
Not in this
No.
T20
Yeah.
competition.
Are you
And
clear?
then, let me tell you, going back to South Africa, don't forget David Miller. So we're talking about David Miller, Klassen, Makram, Fav, and the cock is done now, But these are the guys that can turn a game for you any given day. They have the batting, they have the brutal stuff, and I like them as a finalist,
Well,
in the T20 with West Indies.
the Caribbean will be on fire. The Caribbean and USA
Yes.
come June. I find there's a lot of promotion of the tournament, though.
But you see,
Barbados, all these countries promoting the tournament coming up, the T20.
but
To me,
you see,
it's being promoted more than the World Cup, the 50 over World Cup. I find the T20 is getting more publicity and promotion than even the World Cup.
because also you have more teams now. You have more teams.
Yeah, but also, Ozzy, T20 lends itself more easily to
Yeah.
persons coming out.
Yeah.
Every venue is going to be packed. It's going to be, it's going to be filled.
Mhm.
Indeed, yes. Oh, yes.
But you see,
Guys, there's a
gentlemen,
point I want to confirm, too. Not to confirm, no, but I don't think I said strongly enough last time. The question about Steve Smith. Just it would take you just 1 minute. No, let's give you 90 seconds. Just
he should
quickly
be there.
going-
He
just
should bat it
quickly going-
open.
Huh?
He should bat it open.
Test
No, it's
cricket
okay.
is on for 147 years of Test cricket. 147 years of Test cricket. This man, Steve Smith, apart from the great Don Bradman, who has an average of 99.94 in a class by himself, you have him underlined 6 times in red and put him aside. Steve Smith was in his 60s, average. Only 2 other men who had short careers had 60 plus. The great George Headley,
Yes.
about 62 or 61. And you had a fellow called Graham Pollock, South African left-hander, who had 60. But they played only 20 or so test matches. Headley played 20 test matches. The great Graham Pollock, about 20. But they ended up with over 60 average, Tom. So hear that? Still a far cry from Bradman's 99.94. Steve Smith, so many years later, began playing as a number 9 cricketer. He was a bowler, going left leg spin. Then he went to number 8, and then he suddenly became a batsman. Not only a batsman, the highest ranked test batsman in the world. For a man who began his career at number 9. He was like Garfield Sobers, the great Sobers, who began his career at number 9 and ended up playing, openly batting by the number 3, number 4, number 6. So Smith is the next man trying to emulate to some extent, although he's not a Sobers by any means, in my opinion. But I'm saying he had an average, let me well know, of 60-something. And Smith, Warner resigns, retires. Smith opting to go open the batting in Test cricket at age 34. He's never opened his entire life. He goes to open. Since he has gone to open, he's batted 8 innings. And only once he scored over 50, the 90 in the match they lost to West Indies. And not only that, he looks very bad opening the batting. Have you seen him? This him against New
But
Zealand?
I've looked at him, and I've even looked at his statistics at number 1. He scored about 171 runs in 8 innings.
Right.
So he's averaging about 20 runs.
And he has dropped his average right down
Yes.
to about 57. And it's going down.
Yes.
So
Yeah, it's true. But at least give him credit for stepping out of his comfort zone and taking up the challenge. And I think he will come good. In fact, the Australian selectors have guaranteed that he will maintain that slot against India in the next series against India.
I believe
So
he
they
has been
have
a fatal
confidence in that
mistake.
he will step up.
I believe he has been a fatal mistake because he doesn't have the technique to open the batting. He's not batting at number 3 or 4. That new ball, fresh, fast bowlers. I see Smith batting. He's just not coming there. He doesn't bat well at all when he opens the batting. And you get his stats 170 runs in 8 innings, That's unlike Smith. So he's sacrificing himself. He's trying to prove that he can open the batting. I believe it's a mistake. Australia should pick a proper opening batsman and keep Smith at 3 or 4. Otherwise, Smith will end his career where he's going to be dropped by Australia. I
I
just
don't know.
like.
I'm not as pessimistic, Ozzy. I think he has what it takes. He
Well,
can still
we'll
do
see.
it.
We'll see. Well, from what I've
Yeah.
seen him in the innings against New Zealand, he looked very bad against New Zealand.
Yeah,
Very,
even
very bad.
against the West Indies, even against he was bowled first ball.
We have a
Remember, he was
caller.
bowled first ball
We have
by
a caller. By the way, sorry, Thompson. We have a caller. Yes, caller.
Yes, good evening, gentlemen.
Yes.
Let me just say good night to Mr. Locke Sebastian, wherever you are. I hope you're getting proper treatment you're supposed to be getting. And sending get well greeting to you. Mr. Sebastian, anybody aware Mr. Sebastian had an operation, an eye operation in Barbados? Yes. Mr. Sebastian, wherever you are, get well greetings to you and a happy Easter. Gentlemen, happy Easter to you all. Have a good night.
Blue.
Okay.
Were you aware of Sebastian having an eye operation? Thompson?
Thanks for the information. Thanks for the
I
information.
just have not really-
I know he was in Barbados.
But I had no idea where it is.
Yeah, so it's good to know.
Lobby, did you know that?
No, but he went for a visit and eventually it looking like end up. He went for a checkup and eventually ended up like that.
Or he
Look, it
did,
seems.
he did the parliament, did you know it?
That
That he had an operation in his eye.
no, I know he went overseas. He went overseas.
Yeah, but you didn't know he had a blue
No,
call
well,
about
once you go in overseas, so
You know,
nothing
we have
major.
just a few minutes. I want to just comment a little bit on the IPL.
Okay.
And what we see. But I wanted to make a comment. I don't know if you guys noticed in 2 games, Hetmeyer, he has simply come to bat and then they sub him from the fielding. The guy isn't fit. I saw him run 2 runs. He ran 2 runs. The guy he was. Why is it that he has this problem of staying fit?
Because he's greedy. That's
You
the
look-
problem. He says
I think
greedy.
Lobby, you're correct. I think that's it. I
What's
believe
the
he likes
thing?
a lot of
Listen
food.
me.
And
No, I
think-
don't
think so.
understand it. I mean, he's a young man, and you know,
He does not look fit.
They won't let him feel. You
But
know,
yeah.
he comes to bat and he runs, and he is like he can hardly run 2 rounds at pace.
No, but first
For a
of
young
all,
man. And
you look at
he's-
the
That's
guys.
very true. He's not fit.
Fontaine, you look at I saw Hetmeyer. I've been saying so all the while. He has put on. He probably an extra 20 pounds on him. He has to move more than 20 pounds. I look at the guy. The guy
Yeah,
is
he's put a lot of weight. Yes.
a lot of weight.
Yes.
But why
when
is he
you-
so indisciplined? Why is he not taking this seriously? And
I do
and
not
getting
know this.
fit
I mean,
and-
you cannot be. First thing, as a professional, you are making money, good money. That is sufficient for you to take care of your health. You're making good money. It's not enough.
He's a very young man still.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
also, if
He's
you
a
do
young
not
man,
take care
and
of
we
your
need him
health,
on the West Indies team. We need him. We need him in the T20.
Well, not now,
we
now.
want him doing well.
but between, first of all, Hetmeyer to me is a no-no. I won't even mention Hetmeyer right now. All right,
Why
Hetmeyer
not?
had
No,
to.
he's still no. He's bad.
Why
I
not
saw
say-
him back today. He still have it. You know, it's just that he's
But
not.
if
coming back
Hetmeyer
today.
is not fit, once you're not fit, you're not in my equation at all. You have to be fit to play sports. You have to be fit, and that is it. And I don't compromise at all, Fontaine. You have to be which you know, all right?
How-
You've
how
got
you-
to
how you
fitness
look?
test.
Fontaine, how his batting looked?
His batting looked good. He looked good, but he's struggling to run between the wickets. He's really struggling.
How much is
You
scored?
know? He scored 14 in 7 balls, you know, because he comes in towards the end and so on.
Yeah, but
You know, he's got 14 today. With a nice 6.
Look,
Yeah,
look after himself and keep himself fit. I find he should keep himself
But
fit.
Ozzy,
Yeah.
there's no excuse, Ozzy. There's absolutely no excuse.
I
as a
agree with
professional.
Lobby. He's not fit
No,
at all.
something else I want to ask. What do you think? What do you think of Puran? Is an excellent batter. You think Puran should be playing Test cricket?
Well,
you have to-
obviously, no, man.
He has
Of
to
course,
adapt, change his style.
this style, Poran to me, sometimes he's a bit too loose.
It's much too loose. And you're talking about
Yeah,
Arsenal.
I think he's decided to go the route of Kieran Pollard. You know,
Yeah.
just play
Yes,
white
yes,
ball
yes.
cricket. But
Yeah.
to me, somebody like that should be playing for the West Indies. Should be
But
playing Test.
obviously, from day one,
Because Test cricket is the cricket, rare cricket. Making
Yeah,
him
but
a
it seems
Test cricket.
he's settled to just play white ball. He goes all around the world playing.
There's no
those balls.
doubt about that. Just a white ball cricket. Yes, yes.
So what
Yeah,
about
yeah, it's
what about
unfortunate.
this? Your friend Ozzy Narayan.
Now running around forever, boy.
It's
But
not,
he still bowls well, eh?
yeah,
He
ball
still
well.
goes well. He's
You
opening the
got
batting now. He's in the IPL. He opened the first game he played. He opened the batting.
Yeah, he hasn't opened the batting for quite some time, you know.
Yeah,
But his
no.
action is
Last year he was demoted, but this year they brought him back to open.
But,
no, but the action is the same. The same action he has, and it's still there.
but I find his bowling, I mean, he's not getting wickets, but he can contain the batting very much, I find.
Yeah, no, I don't know if you guys look at the very close at the IPL, but there is a bowler called Ba, an Indian bowler, a spinner. And you know, this guy has only had 1 6 scored against him. He played the whole series last year and up to this year, and only 1 6, you know.
Has he bowled to class yet? The ball to class.
No, but I find it remarkable that, you know, playing as a spinner, not being hit for 1 6 that been scored against his bowling all time. So that's somebody to look out for. Bar, B-A-A-R.
But about 12 the number of Australians in the league this year, man. About 12 of them, you know.
Yes, actually, you have Warner and Mash opening.
Huh?
You have Warner and Mash opening.
Head is playing too.
Head is playing. You have Cummins. You have Stark.
Yes.
Who else is
about
there?
12 Australians there. Warner is still there.
Sampa pulled out. He said he wanted to spend some more time with his family, so he pulled out. Yeah, but you have as well. What's his name? The one that scored all of these runs, Maxwell.
Oh, Maxwell.
Yes.
He's not there? He is.
Yes, he is. Of course. Yes. So you have quite a few Australians there. You have quite a few West Indians as well. Shai Hope, for some reason, he played the first game. He scored 36 in 21, but he was replaced today. I'm not sure why. The commentators were a bit surprised that he was replaced. They thought that he did enough in the first game to maintain a peak, but they brought in an Indian in his place. So that was kind of surprising. You know, because I want the West Indian players to get as much practice as possible because we're going to need them in the World Cup.
And there's a lot of women's cricket taking place at the same time. You all realize that?
Yes, the women's
cricket.
Yes.
England. A lot of women's cricket taking place simultaneously.
Yes, that's correct. We should talk about next week.
Yeah, I think it's 8 o'clock, so we have
8 o'clock.
Yes. So we have to terminate our program, Sports Wrap, for today. What is it, the 28th today of March. So, guys, just have to say, enjoy your Easter weekend, everybody, and just be in good health. Thank God for life, okay?
And happy Easter to everyone.
And happy Easter to everyone. Right.
Okay.
So that's it for Sports Wrap. Until next Thursday at 6 o'clock. Goodbye to Dr. Thompson Fontaine and Emmanuel Loblack out there. So, DJ Shan doing the human service at the console. So goodbye to all our fans until next week, Thursday. All who've been following us, our fans on Facebook, we want to acknowledge you and say thanks for following us on Facebook. And do join us again next week, Thursday. Goodbye from Ozzy Lewis. Bye-bye. Thank you.